1 second. And she might be in. Let me introduce you, Audice Nasser. Audice Nasser, I know very well. We used to kind of work together. Hello,
Hi,
Sunshine.
can you see
Welcome.
me?
How are you doing? So nice to
Good.
see
Can you
you.
see me?
Yes, I
Okay, good.
see you, but you're kind of like, okay, now I think I'm seeing you better. I see
Okay.
that it's a little
I'm
bit
sitting outside.
blurry.
Because I'm sitting outside.
Okay, yeah, I know it's beautiful
No,
outside, I guess, and it is a little bit warmer. So we're going
I
to be
know.
sipping some nice rosé today while we talk about life and a difficult topic, which is mental health. In the meantime, I'm going to be opening my Spanish rosé that I'm going to talk about later. Okay, so for everybody who doesn't know Audis, right? Audis is a clinical counselor and she's certified hypnotherapist. So she's pursuing a master as well, and you're going to explain us a little bit about what you're doing in general and preparation for yourself, your um, masters, and etc. You have a long resume, and it's great the work that you're doing in the community and working with people who needs your help. So I'm happy to have you here to talk about these issues and to talk about wine. So tell us, Aris, what is exactly what you're doing these days, regarding mental health awareness?
Well, to be quite honest, lately with the COVID, I've been busier than ever because a lot of people are dealing a lot with stress and anxiety. Anxiety seems to be the biggest topic that everybody's coming in for. Sitting at home is just too much for everybody. So anxiety seems to be the biggest issue that I'm dealing with. Stress, removing blockages. Blockages is huge because when we are sitting at home, a lot of stuff are where we get to focus on ourselves, and people are trying to do something that they like, but they notice that there's blocks, maybe from childhood, maybe from trauma, maybe from other stuff. So the good thing about hypnotherapy is that when you come in, I help you to kind of go and find out where your blockages are. I don't personally do it, Ellen. I just open up your subconscious because your subconscious mind is what has all the blocks. And the client finds it and they're like, oh my God, this happened when I was 3 years old, where, I was yelled at with my mother or with my father, and I've been guilty, and I've been carrying this guilt with me all the time. And the guilt is what blocked me, for instance. You'll be surprised what everybody comes up with. So
Okay.
my job as a hypnotherapist is to help you find your inner demons, I call. So you do the work, not me. The client does the work. I just open up. That's it.
Oh, I see.
We
Wow.
all have
Yeah.
blockages. We
But
all have issues, right?
do you want to explain the audience a little bit about what is exactly hypnotherapy? I mean, there's going to be
I
questions
know.
about it, and people's going to be like,
Oh,
"What is that?" Like some
oh
people
yeah.
is not familiar with that as a way to cope with issues, anxiety, and depression, and other things, right? But you were mentioning
Yeah.
to me before that a lot of people, even couples, they come to you and they talk about all these different issues, and they're trying to find a solution together, and they ask for help. Everybody needs help at a certain point.
For sure. So a lot of people unfortunately don't understand hypnotherapy because I don't blame them. I personally did not know it until I studied it. A lot of people think it's where you come in like a stage, what they do on Hollywood, and they make you do chicken or goat, and people think that it's like witchcraft where people lose control. Unfortunately, Hollywood has really screwed it up big time. Hypnotherapy is the science, it's the medical science, it's a neuroscience. It's been used in hospitals and surgeries. It's been used by Sigmund Freud, is the one that actually made it more popular. So in hypnotherapy, the first thing is you're not losing control. When you come in, I explain the whole thing. The first 10 minutes is just explaining what it is so people feel more comfortable. And what it is you are pretty much going inside your subconscious because you don't know how to get into your subconscious. Subconscious sometimes try to talk to you, but you ignore it. It's like, I say sometimes it's like your intuition. You just know you're a mom. You know when your son has something different. You're like, something tells me something is wrong. That's your intuition. That's your subconscious telling you. But sometimes your conscious mind is ignoring, is not listening. It's always talking to you, but we generally get to leave it. So
Wow.
subconscious has all your memories, all your emotions, all your feelings. So in hypnotherapy, all I do is relax you. That's it. I just relax you. You're not sleeping. You're not losing control. You're completely aware. You're on my couch. And I just open up your subconscious. And your subconscious will tell you what is bothering you, not me. I have nothing. I don't have the answer. You have the answer somehow deep inside. So it comes up. And you come up with thoughts, memories, images, maybe like watching a movie. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe this was my deep issue that was causing me the stress. Sometimes the subconscious will show you real memory when you're a child. All the memories are there, by the way. Everything is
Wow.
there. Sometimes, yeah, and sometimes the client will see a memory from a past life, for instance. But it doesn't matter where it comes from. The subconscious will know how to tell the conscious mind what the issue is. It's fascinating. I love it. Clients really find the answer. It's really deep, deep therapy. And Sigmund Freud used it all the time. That's why he was very successful. It's not scary.
Great.
It's not going to lose control. None of that stuff. It's very relaxing. Cheers.
Oh, nice. Cheers to that. Yeah, we're going to start sipping our wines in a little bit. Salud. Cheers. Santé. Okay, so great. You were talking about hypnotherapists, but there's something else that you're working on too that is called past life regression. Is that related? Is that?
It's a type of hypnotherapy. So Sigmund Freud used past life regression to help his clients to find the deepest issue. So past life regression, there's two sides of the story. Let's put it this way. Some clients come in, they really believe they had a past life. Okay? So it doesn't matter what I believe.
Okay.
Some clients don't believe in past life, but it's therapy. What doesn't matter whether you believe or you don't believe, what matters is that you get the answer. So for instance, your subconscious tries to tell you what you do not know. So the subconscious talks to you the way you understand. If you believe in past life, it will show you a story of a past life. And you may believe it. It doesn't matter. What matters is it will tell you what your deepest issue is. So it's like, I'll give you an example, Ellen. I had a client last year. She had an issue where she couldn't wear anything here. She was just in so much pain, Ellen. Like she could not wear a bracelet. She could not wear a watch. Everything was hurting her. And I told her, go see the doctor first because I want to make sure there's no problem, like physical problem. The doctor said she's completely clear. There's nothing wrong with her. So I thought maybe it's psychological. Maybe it's something to do with her brain. So I said to her, let's try past life. Let's try, hypnosis. When she was in hypnosis, her subconscious showed her a story that she was an African slave and she was being punished in Africa, where they put her in handcuffs and they put her in a box in the desert to die from starvation. So when she was dying, she was trying to break the cuffs, and she was breaking and breaking and breaking, where her skin came off, the bones came off. It looks really scary. But she now realized, oh, okay, so the conscious mind found a way the subconscious told the conscious mind, here's your pain, and here's the story of the pain. So what happens inside her brain is that it connected two stories together. Now we found her issue. She solved it. Sorry, there's motorcycles outside, so hold on if you cannot hear me. So the subconscious will find a way to talk to you on giving you a metaphor story, a real memory. If you believe it, you don't believe it, it doesn't matter. What matters is you get the answer of your true problem. Okay. So it is very interesting.
Some people think, and I've noticed, I think I've been one of them, that sometimes we feel like we feel so familiarized with certain environments, with certain people, and I wanted to ask you, because you're the expert, is that related to our past life? Is that something that if we feel like, let's say we are in a particular place, I've been in places that I'm like, oh my God, I love this place, I feel so connected, I feel so familiar to this place, or I feel so connected with this person. So is that something to do with the past life?
If you believe it. So I'll tell you from science. I'm more of a science girl. So there is one psychotherapist, actually psychiatrist I follow on, he's in New York. his work, he is 100% into like science. So he only works with children who, when they're born, they actually give you stories of things that are real that happened to them in their past life. Like a very.
Sorry, I don't know if are you breaking up, Audice?
Can you hear me okay?
No, I'm sorry, you were breaking up for a moment.
Okay. How am I? I'm okay now? You can hear me?
I
Okay.
think so,
This
yeah, yeah.
okay. So this psychiatrist, I forgot his name, but he only works with children because he really noticed that only people who have real past life experiences know it as children, because children cannot make up things. And these people, he knows that the parents never showed them anything. They don't know anything. They haven't been brainwashed by parents telling them stuff. And these children have been telling him stuff that is so accurate by their names, the city, the village, the names of their husbands and wives and whatever from a past life. So he investigates and he finds out it's true. His research shows that very small percentage of people really have real past lives. Okay, it's still questionable. And if you really had a really honest past life, you would have known as a child. It wouldn't come now. So as an adult, you may have intuition telling you feel, like you're in the right place, or you have been in real place. Your intuition tells you, but it doesn't mean it's past life. But it doesn't matter to me. What matters to you? If it's impacting your life.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
It's very interesting.
Okay. Sorry, we were breaking up a little bit again. But anyway.
Okay, let me see. Hang on a second. Let me see. Let me turn off my Wi-Fi. No, I don't want to take that out. Okay, let me see. Because I'm outside.
Yes. Wow. Okay. Yes, it's very sunny now. Finally, the sun came up, So bon appetit for the ones who are having lunch and joining us. So thank you for that. I wanted to ask you something that one of my friends asked me. How is this type of therapy helping, or what type of therapy besides that is helping to cope with lockdown these days?
I have been trained, there's 120 ways of different therapies, but personally I use hypnotherapy is one. So hypnotherapy, you have to come to my office. I don't do it on Zoom. I don't do it on video. I personally don't do that. So I am open because I'm considered essential service. But the other therapy I do also is called CBT, which is cognitive behavior therapy. You don't need me, honestly. A lot of people, if they know how to do it, you don't personally need me. It's like journaling. You get to write your thoughts, your behavior, what caused the pain, what caused if you're stressed. It's like journaling. It works for people who like to write. You can do it by buying a book from Amazon. You can watch videos on YouTube. I'm not here to try to make you come to me. I'm not selling my services, but it is very powerful that people are doing now in the lockdown because they get to write, journal. Some people don't like to write. I tell my clients, just record it on your phone. Just keep track of when you're stressed, when you are feeling down, when you're feeling lonely, because everything comes down to why. My job as a hypnotherapist is why. Where did it come from? There is a difference between lonely and feeling lonely. Like I'm alone, I live alone, I'm at home. I never felt lonely. I find a way to keep myself busy. So some people enjoy loneliness to improve themselves, and some people use loneliness to really take themselves down. Everybody looks at it differently. It comes down to why.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point that you are bringing. And I wanted to discuss a little bit about that. Yes, lockdown, a stay-at-home order is affecting us all in different ways. In your case, you're alone. I have my family at home, but it still is difficult. It's still a lot of things happening around us. We're trying to find ways to cope and to feel better. And I feel for the people who sometimes I have a friend that she's pretty much in my bubble, and I'm like all the time like, okay, come over and have some wine with me, and that's it. And she's alone, so obviously she's super busy all the time. She doesn't have time to feel bad about it. As you say, everybody takes a different way, but what I've seen, and this is bringing me to the next topic, or part of the topic and the conversation, is social media like a way to cope, right? What I've seen lately, and some people have shared that with me, is that social media anxiety to be there, to be present, to vent, and to, so it's a lot of anxiety there. It's people try to be there and post, and it's a pressure for some people, and it's not really good. It's not healthy at all to be stuck in your phone or tablet or something, right? So do you want to share something about that with us? Do you see it in your sessions? Do you have any
Yeah,
way
actually,
to help with that? So we have some people in the audience that maybe want to talk about that. And I see somebody in the audience saying some motivation.
yeah, I see that. Keep in mind, social media is good and bad. It depends on you. So personally, I use social media not to look at other people. Like social media should be a good way to connect with friends. But nowadays, I notice social media is bombarded with ads and perfectionism and narcissism and all these fake photoshopped pictures. And for us, you and me, we're older generation. We understand. We know this is fake. We know this person is like photoshopped, or this is an ad to make money. But my thing is, I'm getting a lot of moms sending me their kids, younger kids, like 16, 17, 18. I notice the pattern right now with the younger generation. They have really been brainwashed to be like these people they see on Instagram. It is so devastating. The suicide rate has gone up with the younger people. A few years ago, suicide rate was for 28 to 35. Now it's gone down to 13. 13-year-olds are killing themselves because they don't have perfection. It's so sad, I know.
It is.
Anxiety because they want that to be looking like these girls on Instagram. So unfortunately, you as parents, I don't know if there's any parents here, but keep an eye on your kids because they've been bombarded by fake pictures, and their mind hasn't developed yet to understand that this is money grab. Social media should be used to connect with friends. I have to tell you honestly, Ellen, like when I go on Facebook, I hate Facebook now because I'm trying to like look at pictures or something of my friends. All I see is ads, ads, ads. I'm getting tired of these ads everywhere. Same with Instagram. I'm like, oh my God, I just want to see a friend of, picture of you and your kid or your family. And I'm always just like ads, ads, ads. It's just driving me nuts.
I hope they don't cut us off because of what we're saying.
Oh, come on. No, everybody knows. Everybody
Yeah,
knows.
I
So,
know. And it's
yeah.
a
So you
real
have to
topic.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to know at what point do you stop? At what point do you get brainwashed? Because remember, what they're doing is brainwashing you. Brainwashing you is hypnotherapy. They're hypnotizing you to want to look so thin, to want to look so perfect. There's no perfection. There's none of that stuff. It's Photoshop. Everything is Photoshop. So, but we know. But when I have a 16-year-old in my office and I tell her, so what's your motivation? What do you want to do after high school? I don't want to go to university. I want to be an Instagram influencer. I'm like, holy
Oh
cow.
my God.
This is what I'm dealing with. Young kids don't want to go to university. They don't want to go. They've been brainwashed. Why do I need to go to university? I can just be a TikTok influencer.
Oh my God.
Ellen, I'm telling you, this is what I'm dealing with. Men, boys, girls, people. I had a lot of young girls who are coming from self-harm where they're cutting themselves because they're getting bullied in school because they don't look good or they haven't yet developed, as a woman. It's serious thing. We have to look out for the younger generation because if you are a parent and leaving them and not noticing what's happening, they're brainwashed. So be careful. And you've seen the news with young people hurting themselves, and the suicide and TikTok challenge, which is
It's awful. It's awful. Yeah, it's very
it's sad.
shallow these days. I'm
But they're
seeing
young.
it.
Yeah, they're young. They don't know. They're still young. Their brain hasn't developed. Our brain doesn't develop until 28, by the way.
Talk, talking
28.
about talking about motivation, Aris. What I mean, in my personal situation, I am very self-motivated, right? That's the way I work, and I'm always like looking for the next challenge and etc. But what about people who really doesn't know, or people who don't know how to motivate themselves? What is a good idea? What is a good I don't know how to say it. way to help, way to give them some advice about that. And then in the meantime, if you're drinking some wine, join me and the people who is watching us. Cheers. And we're talking about real issues here, okay? We're not just talking about stuff. This is real.
So to be honest, Ellen, my role, my personal belief is that the client always has the answer, honestly. So I never give the person the answer. When you come in, whatever is blocking you from motivating yourself will be something deep inside, rooted in your subconscious. So when you come in, I just open your subconscious and it will tell you what's blocking you, because everybody has blocks. Everybody has something stopping them. Maybe, for instance, you were blocked when you're a kid because you did a test. You were 5 years old. You did an exercise in school and you didn't get an 8. And your teacher may have said to you, oh, you know, it's okay, try next time. The other guy is better than you. It could be something this small. And that may have been the reason why you stopped motivating yourself. It could be just as simple as that. Your subconscious will show you, honestly.
Okay.
I had a client 3 weeks ago. She came in. She's in her 40s. She has a problem with saving money. She said, Audice, I don't know why I cannot save money. Every time I want to save money, I'm having trouble. My goal is to help my husband and kids, but I cannot keep money in my hand. We did hypnosis. We found out when she was 16, she was invited to go on a school trip with her friends in school. But her parents didn't have money. And they told her, listen, can we not go? Because if you go, that means we have to take the money out of the food that we want to feed the other kids or her sisters. So she decided to not go. But that really caused her something deep inside about not going, like missing out on it. So what happened now, every time she has money, she spends it because she never had that satisfaction of going. It's as simple as this. When we found out, she remembered this. She just sent me an email, I think a week ago. She goes, Audice, I actually saved $2,500 in the first month. I am saving money. I got approved already. I'm already moving forward. So everybody has a block. The job is to come in, talk to me. I will help you find it. We
That's
all
great.
have it. Yeah.
I think it's a great way to help the community. You know, I think you're doing a great job in adopting all these people that you have, because I know you personally, so I know that you are very welcoming all the time, very kind, always trying to help everyone, which is something, and that's the purpose of this Instagram Live, right? For the ones who are tuning in or not. So yeah, the other thing that I wanted to talk about and ask you is, you know, we love wine, we drink wine, we enjoy it so much, but people can take it in a different level, right? So the message obviously is drink with moderation. We always try to say that, right? And we enjoy wine so much and etc. But sometimes that could be a way to escape alcohol. I'm not talking just wine here. I'm talking about alcohol in general, or smoking or something. Do you want to talk to us about that?
Sure. I can talk to you about my experience personally. So part of hypnotherapy is dealing with addiction. So I get a lot of people who come in because they want to quit smoking, quit eating sugar, losing weight. The one when it comes into alcoholism, legally I'm not allowed to do hypnotherapy on them because they have to be coming in from a doctor. So I need a doctor's referral. The reason why it is very serious, addiction of sugar, addiction of alcohol, even weed or cocaine or whatever it is, it's only mental. It's easy to treat, except for alcoholism. Alcohol, it's one of those addictions that actually goes throughout your whole body. It affects not just your brain, it affects your kidney, your heart, your liver. So when you have alcoholism, the reason why I need to have your doctor referral, because you need to be checked every week by your doctor, because it may kill you if you stop cold turkey with alcohol. It's very, very damaging to your liver. You may die. Actually, you could die very much. If you remember, Ellen, when we started the lockdown, where they said LCBO has to continue open, and everybody was like, why is LCBO open? It doesn't make sense. It's not an essential service.
Sorry, you're cut off.
Yeah.
Can you repeat the idea again, because we lost you for a moment?
Sure. About the LCBO? why they
Yes.
stayed open for during the lockdown, because the doctors were telling the government that if you shut down the LCBO and people who have alcoholism addiction, you will end up having more people in the hospital from heart attacks and kidney failure than COVID, because it is very dangerous for someone who's having alcoholism to stop cold turkey. The side effect, the withdrawal system, your kidney will fail. Oh my God, my cat is here. Hi, my cat decided to show up.
Mine is not
So,
around right now.
so it is very dangerous. So I personally have to be very careful when I'm dealing with alcohol addiction. And I don't know if anybody has an alcohol addiction or something. Don't be ashamed. Don't be scared, because we know that's your way of coping with pain. We humans cannot deal with pain. Pain is, I've personally dealt with it, honestly. And we have to find a way to deal with pain. And alcohol is like putting a band-aid.
Sorry, we have a question there from Remy. Is that also why they keep the dispensaries open? Pretty much,
What's
right?
dispensary?
A dispensary is a weed dispensary. Is that what you're talking about? REMX07?
Is that alcohol, or is that?
I think it's cannabis, maybe. What he meant.
Oh, cannabis, because it's used for anxiety. So cannabis, I know some people take it for insomnia and anxiety, so you cannot stop it either. They cannot be stopped. Okay. Remember, these are all part of dealing with bigger issue that we don't know. Okay. This guy says, thank you, yeah. Remax or Remex.
It's Remy. It's Remy.
Oh,
Remy, our Remy, yeah.
Hi,
Remy. Cheers to Remy too. Thank you for joining. Okay, so do you have any mental exercises before we talk about our wines? And sure. Obviously, we want to share a little bit about what we're drinking today. Any mental exercises? Because people is running, people is doing yoga, some people is doing meditation, and I know you're a certified yoga instructor too. You are a certified meditation, I don't know how to call it, but you have all that in your resume, which is amazing. Can you give us some advice on that?
I'll tell you one thing. The yoga I do is called Hatha yoga. I don't know if anybody here is from India, but Hatha yoga is the original pure type of yoga. Yoga in the West, unfortunately, is completely disrespectful to the meaning of yoga. Yoga was a way of purifying your body, like doing exercises, doing the exercise part, because the most important is not the yoga, it's what comes after, which is meditation. But when we brought in the yoga practice into the West, we left out the meditation part. We just do the exercise in the gym.
Yes.
That's great. That's good for your body. But what about this part? The practice of yoga is to prepare your whole body, detox it, sweat it out, put everything out so you can do the meditation part. I'm not sure if you've done yoga in the gym. We do, let's say, an hour yoga class. They do the whole yoga exercise. They only leave the meditation for 5 minutes in the end.
Actually, I have these yoga and wine sessions with a yoga instructor as well. Yes, obviously it has to be a little bit short sometimes because of timing and because of people too. We don't want to overwhelm people with yoga session and then wine, but it's a way to relax. But maybe what you were saying, that can be wrong, because we should also include meditation before actually drinking some wine. I don't know.
Oh yeah, please do, because the science has already been catching up on the practice of yoga. So the Hatha yoga, Hatha means breathing. So we know that 25% of your brain needs oxygen and needs sugar. So oxygen meaning you're breathing. So pretty much 25% meaning every time you take a breath, the fourth breath is what goes to your brain. So it's very important to learn how to breathe. It's very important to use that, because that's going up into your brain. So besides meditation, focus on your breathing. You know, when people have panic attack or they're getting angry, we tell them breathe, breathe, breathe. Even when you have an emergency crew coming in, like breathe, take a slow breath. It works because it calms down the brain waves. You really calm down. So that is very important, not just doing yoga and meditation, actually focus on breathing, which is a lot of time left out. why I'm sitting here right now with you. This is my backyard. This is my like sitting back. I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, not because I want to, but Pookie, my cat, wakes me up. So it's okay. I come here in the morning. I sit down. I look at the sky at night. I look at the stars. I see the birds chirping in the morning. This is the best kind of meditation, honestly. I'll have my glass of water, my glass of coffee, whatever it is. And I just sit there. I'm not meditating. I'm not clear. I'm just getting fresh air. I'm enjoying nature.
And away from your phone, right? Which is important. Sometimes we need to leave devices away from us and just enjoy. Like some people probably don't have the benefit of having a balcony or a backyard like I have now. What can they do? Like especially in the stay-at-home order that we have. Like what is the
vitamin D? If you have sun, I mean, even lockdown, we're still allowed to go out. Just walk every day for 20 minutes. Vitamin D actually has been. I'm not a COVID expert, but they say 7 minutes in the sun actually kills COVID. Just having 7 minutes every day in the sun will kill COVID. I mean, if you have it or something. Don't take me as an expert.
I have no idea. No expert here.
I'm reading a lot about the effect of the sun. The sun is great. Just make sure you have sunblock. I have a hat when I'm out. Just walking out. Honestly, the walking, it's very good when you're stressed. When I'm angry, I get angry. I get stressed. I stop. I take a few minutes. I breathe. I go for a walk. Literally 5 minutes later, I'm calmed down because just nature has a lot of nature is amazing. Yeah, yes. Nature is. Whenever you're stressed, I follow you a lot on Instagram. I see a lot of pictures of you in nature with your kid and your family. You're doing the right thing by going out alone. Just walk.
Yes. I try that, and I'm happy when I'm drinking outside, and and then I take some pictures and enjoy the wines, so I can share about some great wines out there.
I think you'll ask her, honestly, Ellen, when you go for a walk, even with your kid or without a kid, without anybody, when you're just outside, do you feel better?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yes. So, motivated, energetic. But again, probably it's because of my
nature.
Some people have different levels of energy, I've experienced, I've seen people with lower levels of energy that they take longer than myself. Let's say I wake up early for a reason and I'm like, oh my God, I woke up early because of my cat too. She wakes me up instead of the kids.
She brought my cat. I'm just looking at her. She's walking on the edge.
So imagine that I have to, I prepare my coffee and then I say, okay, I'm ready to go, and I have to work, I have to do things, I have to send emails, etc. And then I have my energy and I have that motivation, right? But some people, I don't want to say they don't have that, but the level of energy probably is a little bit different for them, right? So say hi to Pookie. Okay, somebody's waving on you. Somebody's saying hi to your cat.
Yeah. Great. You know what my advice, honestly, Ellen? If you ever want to do it outdoor, don't look at your phone. Like go out, sit outside in the morning. Honestly, at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, before anybody is here, and just listen. Listen to the birds. Focus on something else besides your stupid phone. Focus on. Don't look. You bring your laptop. Just listen to the birds. Listen to nature. Let that be your motivation. You will find a lot of, appreciate what we have. A lot of times we don't notice the birds. We don't notice anything. I'm just noticing.
This is a good time. I find that this pandemic, that this lockdown and issues, they can help us to bring back the tradition, the basics, like be closer with your family, be closer with friends, even, in the bubble. I don't want to say that everybody can meet up, right? But if you have your special friend or your special someone that you can see, meet up or chat, Zoom or whatever, it's also a way to keep the connection, even if it's in video. Keeping connections is something very important to me. I try my best to do it.
Be grateful. Right now with the COVID, there's a lot of stuff that I just lost my aunt last week. you know what? It was very
We
sad. I know a
we
friend who
we
lost
lost
her
you for a
mother.
moment again, Audice. Sorry, your
Sorry,
connection is a little
with
bit
COVID.
low
Yeah,
again.
with COVID, you never know because I lost an aunt last week. A friend of
Oh, I'm
mine
so
lost her
sorry.
mother in India. So be grateful for what you have. You know, the air in your lungs, breathing. We were never took breathing for granted. People are in the hospital with tubes down their throat. People are dying for air, and we're sitting here in nature. We're not noticing. My God, like we can breathe on our own. It's a gift that we have that we're not noticing. So be grateful
Yes.
for what you.
Yes, and sometimes I find people that have shared this with me. I'm not saying that we all go through this probably. It's like sometimes they say, "Oh my God, I'm so bored at home. I have nothing to do." Probably that's well, I don't want to go back to the motivation part, but that would be probably lack of motivation. How would you call it? It's just like can be so overwhelming. The lockdown and the stay at home can be so overwhelming for people that they have stuff to do, but at the same time, it's like, no, I'm very bored. I don't have any energy to do
If you're
anything,
bored,
right?
take a pen and write down the things that you're grateful for your car, for your neighbor, for the breath, for the food, for the roof on top of your head. You know, I come from a war-torn country, so I should be grateful that I'm sitting here in Canada, the beautiful Canada, in peace. I'm sitting outside. There's no bombs coming in. Nobody's
Same,
going to attack
same,
me.
same here.
You know what I mean? So,
Post war,
right,
and it's just really hard. Uh, Canada, our Canadian people, they are so blessed that they don't have that history of war, that we've been through. You and I mean, I was just chatting with a friend this morning and talking about those real issues that we've been through in our countries, and they kind of, I feel a little bit stronger because of it happened in my country, civil war and having bullets all over my roof, and it's just I don't I don't feel bad about it right now, but it's just like it's really hard um to deal with that, I guess. I don't know. Let's have some wine.
exactly. So you know what? We're sitting here outside on a beautiful Sunday with the grass behind us, and we can sit there and say, "I'm bored." Well, I'd rather be bored than cooped up in a box, afraid of bombs or afraid of anybody attacking. So be grateful for having the freedom in a beautiful country like Canada. Be grateful that you can walk. I'm Palestinian. I'm an Arab. I cannot sit like this where I am, sitting having a glass of wine without anybody judging me in my country. So I'm not bored. I'm grateful. Be grateful. Focus on what you have. So if you're bored, say, what's wrong with me? I should be grateful.
Yeah.
It's a huge thing for mental health. Be grateful.
Yes, we have to be grateful. So, okay, that's great to hear, and I really appreciate all your input regarding this. What I wanted to talk a little bit about the wines, that the type of wine that you like. Um, for me, wine is a passion. For me, wine, I don't want to call it a treatment because it's not medical treatment, but I find wine like a really good way to, I don't want to say relax because I can relax also without the wine, but you know how much I love wine since you know me.
Me too. No, no, but I mean, wine is good. There's nothing wrong with it with moderation. I personally, when I went to college in the U.S., I worked in a winery. I didn't tell you this. I used to put myself into school. I worked in a winery. It was an Italian winery, and that's when I actually had a lot of more understanding and passion for wine. Wine has been around from ancient the antiquities. So wine
Ages.
to me is
Oh,
like history.
we just lost you.
Exactly.
Can you repeat that,
Um,
please? I lost you.
to me, wine is like appreciation. I actually enjoy going to Niagara Falls. I go alone. I go to different wineries. I do wine tasting. I enjoy it. Everything is moderation.
Yeah.
So for me, wine is not something I use to numb my pain. I actually have a glass of wine to dinner. I don't have a whole bottle. I have a glass once a night. I am in school right now with my girlfriends that we are doing teamwork. We do Zoom meetings. We have a glass of wine in the Zoom meeting.
Great.
Yeah, so you can use it as an addition. You have to use the wine, in my personal opinion, again, it's to me, wine is a thing to have on the side next to your dinner, playing games, putting on my makeup. Even Pookie, my cat, likes wine.
Oh no! Don't tell me that you gave
Well,
Pookie
you
some
know,
wine.
glass of wine with fresh grapes, with like vegan cheese, with dinner.
So I assume that you obviously because you're vegan, and some people don't know here that you're vegan. Some like me, we already know you're vegan. Well, what is do you like vegan wine? Obviously, I think you prefer vegan wine over traditional
Yeah.
wine. Okay. Yeah, because vegan wine is like it can have some egg, egg or animal in the process of the filtration,
Yeah.
right? So, but
I'll tell you my
vegan wine,
challenge.
yeah,
Uh, just to give you an idea, because you know the wines. I personally, because I'm vegan, I think also if anybody is vegan here, it's very hard for us to find vegan wine. Because like when I go to buy vegan food, there's always that vegan stamp. There's a V with the registration number. So food get that stamp, not wines. So if I go to LCBO, it's very hard for me to know if this wine is vegan or not. It's a challenge. I'll tell you the truth.
I posted some
So
in my story, so you know.
yeah. So when I am looking for vegan wine, remember all people think wine is made of grapes. We know that, but it's not to do with the type of fruit, it's the fermentation. It's how they refine it. Because in
Exactly.
refining, from what I remember, and I'm not an expert, is sometimes they use egg or they use animal fat,
Yeah, animal
uh,
produce.
animal produce. So if you want vegan, they use natural processing. It actually tastes different. It tastes completely different. So when I'm looking for vegan wine, I have to research before I go to LCBO which wineries are vegan, and I will go and look at it and just go pick it up from LCBO. That's how frustrating it is because they don't have that stamp on it like the different vegan food. So personally, I love vegan tours. I like wine tours. When I went to Niagara Falls, and this is not like paid by them or anything, but I personally like forgot the name. Oh my god, I forgot the name of it. Ravine.
Praveen, okay.
Ravine Ravine Winery. It's Ontario produced. They make all kinds of wines. They make rosé, white wine, red
Yeah,
wine, the
they're
whole,
really
and they
good wine.
have it's very good wine. The problem is they don't sell it on LCBO. You actually have to go to the
Yeah,
winery.
some of them they are not sold at LCBO, and that's a big problem because sometimes at LCBO they just tell you, okay, you can find it in that aisle, or maybe they don't know. So I decided to go the other day just to find some options for you to recommend, and also for people who is vegan or like more traditional making, and I'm talking about natural wines here too.
Yeah,
Without that, using the wild yeast that is going to bring you a richer wine, that is going to bring you different flavor components. Like the one that I have is not natural wine, but it's a wine that, well, this is a rosé from Spain, and it's delicious. It's dry farm without the use of any chemicals, and the fermentation is natural with wild yeast. So I'm always trying to look for those wines that are, I mean, good, great wines. I'm not saying that the rest of the wines are bad, but I'm just saying we need to remember what we are putting in our bodies too, right?
yeah.
And right now it's a big trend, and everybody's talking about natural wines and all that stuff. But it's not new. It's not a recent trend. It's from centuries. That's the way
10,000 years old.
um, Greek Romans and
Samaria,
Etruscans,
all those
yes, exactly. They used to make the wine in a more traditional way, and they were not using egg whites or any beeswax. It was just putting it in a container in a vessel, so the wine is spontaneously fermenting, right? So
yeah.
yeah, that's amazing. So
You
I posted some of the recommendations in the live. So whenever you want to know, I can also resend you the picture so you have an idea. Most of the time is white wines are what I found that are vegan, but there's a lot of options too.
I'm a rosé. I love my rosé. There are a lot. I think they found there's 6 different kinds of rosés that are vegan. A couple of them are from California. Some of them are from South Africa. I like Matus. It's from Portugal. I love
Oh, you
Matus,
like
but I'm not.
Matus? Okay.
I love Matus. I love the bottle, but the thing is, I don't know if it's vegan or not. I'm Googling, I'm
It's
searching. I
not.
don't know. I see a lot of
No, it's not.
wineries here watching. You can ask them if anybody knows from the people. I see like wine people on the chat. Does anybody know?
We have Anshu there. Hi, Anshu, and she's also very knowledgeable about wines too, about what she's drinking lately. So yeah,
Yeah.
no, but I'm not familiar with that Matus being a vegan wine. But yeah, again, there's good producers in South America that they're trying to work more with vegan wines, you know, with the production of vegan wines, right? And without the proteins in the milk, you know, that are added. Oh, Remy tried Matusian Lisbon. Oh yeah, of course. When he was in Lisbon, he
Okay,
was
thank
telling
you,
me about
Remy.
that and just bragging about it. So,
Australia and South Africa. South Africa makes really good wine,
oh
but
yeah.
I think there's only one that I know, and Australia does. They have amazing wine. California, I don't think they do vegan. I used to like Beringer. You remember Beringer?
Yes.
Beringer, yeah, I loved it, but I don't think it's vegan. There's nothing on it. Well,
I am not like, I don't follow the big commercial brands anymore too much. I mean, I like and I can try everything, right? I can try everything. But I'm not familiar with Beringer being vegan either. So sometimes even if we find a wine that is biodynamic, and by that I mean a wine that is following all the stars and following the way that the nature is moving around, I like those wineries with organic farming and without any fertilizers, fungicides. And this one that I'm drinking right now from Spain is from Aragon, is Grenache, just to give you a little bit of heads up. Garnacha, right? It's 100% Garnacha in Spanish and Grenache on French, that I don't know how to pronounce it properly. So it's from the northern part of Spain. Really good, delicious, refreshing. It's like I want to say strawberries. That's the smell that I have. And this because of the wild yeast that they're using in the producing, in the wine producing. Uh, I can feel the texture and I can feel all the smoothness and the aromas of flowers, like wildflowers that I haven't smelled in a while. Now that I have a backyard, I can feel some flowers, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting finally all these aromas again in my wines because I'm again, right? So yeah, it's really good, delicious, recommended, great price point.
smells good, huh?
Very good, very good. Do we have any questions from somebody in the audience? Because remember, we promised that we're going to be doing a giveaway, right?
Come here. I'm trying to get Pookie to be on the video. She's fighting with her
Audice.
boyfriend. She
Pookie
has
is
a
so
boyfriend.
popular. Everybody knows Pookie.
I need to get her own Instagram page.
Yes. Cheers. Cheers to Splendor Wine is right there connected and saying cheers to us. Oh, need
That's
a
my lunch
refill.
today.
Yeah. You have already your fruit, so what else can you have? So any
I
questions
know.
from the audience, or some questions that I might receive after the fact, because I have some people having lunch at the moment that unfortunately they couldn't join on time. They were like, "Oh my God, Ellen, I'm having lunch, but I'm going to try to watch after." So this is great, Audice. And before we get, yeah, no, I know
I
it's
don't know how long the live thing is. Is it 1 hour? So we have 10
It
minutes
is
left
it
on the
is
video?
60 minutes. So and then
Okay.
we did another Instagram live the other day. We were chatting about the same thing. We were like, oh, should we wait to be disconnected? And then Anshu was saying, no. It's sometimes they leave you alone and then just probably having lunch and they don't have time to disconnect you. No, she didn't say that, but I'm just joking with that, right? So no,
No.
Aries, is just amazing to have an expert like you talking about all these different issues that sometimes are being overlooked. We have real issues. We don't have. Me in the wine industry, I see that all the time. I'm telling you, it's awful how it is sometimes in the industry. Um, but you know what? It is what it is, and I am happy with the way things are in my own wine path. So yeah, we're very thankful for the nature, having you here, sunny day. If you have the opportunity to be outside, just go outside, have your lunch outside. Well, in Ontario, for other people who is
The birds
connected.
are flying. I don't know if you can hear them. There's a lot of. Can you hear the birds?
I can't hear the birds.
There is the cardinal singing behind me.
Oh, okay. Yes, the cardinal.
I don't know if you can hear. He's singing. He's right on the tree. Oh my God, a lot of birds just joined. I don't know what's going on here, but it's most probably raining. It's going to be raining soon. Sorry.
Yeah, it's going to be raining soon in Toronto. For the rest of the people who is joining us from, well, I have Marcelo joining us from Bordeaux. Hi, Marcelo. Nice to have you around. And yeah, he actually works in winery. Well, he travels around all France and Europe, and he's very well versed in wine. So he's connected and watching us from Bordeaux. Santé, Marcelo, if you're listening and watching, then we wanted to share to everyone that is here too. We want to thank Audice to giving us some of her time because she's so busy with clinical, right? And I really appreciate that you accepted to do this with me today. I'm really happy to see you. We're always in touch. So you're a very good friend of mine. You've been always there to help. And I'm glad that you are also helping others because a lot of us need help with these issues, especially these days.
Don't forget, we have to give one free session to somebody from the audience. So who do you want to pick? How do you want to do this?
No, you have to pick because I want to be objective. We have to
ask a question.
What?
We can ask the question and see who can answer first. I don't know. Would you like to ask the question?
You can ask the question. Go ahead.
What's my cat's name?
That's so easy. That's so easy.
Whoever answers first gets a free session with me. I don't know. Let's see. What's my cat's name?
What is Aries' cat's name?
What's my cat's name? Come on, answer it. You get a free session with me. Remy!
Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. And he's also getting a bottle of wine.
Do you have his email? I have him on Facebook and Instagram. Remy, you get a free hypnosis with me. I'm going to turn you into a cat.
That's not the way it works, okay, audience. It doesn't work like that, but Audice is like me. We like to joke a lot. So please follow Audice Wellness Services on Instagram and on Facebook, on LinkedIn, everywhere. She's always giving a solution or trying to give a solution. I mean, we're trying to fix the world. In my particular case, I'm trying to fix my little world with motivation and welcoming people to the wine world, right? Through appreciation, as you were mentioning before. You appreciate wine. You work in a winery. You know what it is entail in drinking wine. It's a lot of work. Farmers, workers in the vineyard, the actually art of producing wine, all the history that is involved in the geography. That's what I love about wine, and I'm glad that we are alike. Great minds think alike. Good, perfect. So we have Remy.
Make sure Remy goes to my website, book a session. It's free.
Okay.
2-hour hypnosis. Or maybe he want to do past life. I'm curious about his past life.
Remy, do you want to answer that question if you are still connected? Because you are the winner of the giveaway. We're going to send you a bottle of wine. He's also getting a bottle of vegan wine, and he's going to get 2 hours with you.
Yeah, he can choose a regular hypnosis or past life. That would be interesting. So if he doesn't know my website, I will send it to him. Just have him message.
Yeah, you can type it there in the chat if you can. So I mean, it's posted. Yeah, it's posted all over in my stories too.
He knows me. He's on my Facebook. He knows me.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so Audice, if we don't have any questions from anybody, I wanted to thank you, my dear, for joining here today on a Sunday afternoon when you can enjoy your patio without any interruptions. So thank you for having some wine with me. I miss you a lot, and I'm so happy to. Oh, it's empty again. Another refill, okay, with lunch. Or if this is your lunch, then that's okay. No judgment here. It's fruit.
It's Sunday.
It's
my day off, and it's my birthday. It's my birthday today. So
oh my God, I totally forgot. Can you please say happy birthday to Audice? Oh my God, Audice, yes, I know. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
thank
to
you.
you. Cheers, cheers for Audi's
Cheers.
birthday. 25 years old. Oh my God. You look amazing as
18.
usual.
18. I'm
Oh, I'm so
18
sorry.
again.
I thought that you were 25 for a moment.
18. 25 it
Okay.
is. I'll take it. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
Audi's.
you, everybody.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time once again. Well, you don't have the wine because you finished that already, but this is the wine that I'm drinking today. Breca Rosé is from Aragon. The DO is Calatayud, northern Spain, 100% Grenache, made on from the oldest clones from Garnacha or Grenache. So give it a try. It's so refreshing, smooth. The texture is a little bit of creaminess there, just to give you some ideas. And strawberries and peachy aromas and flavors is so good. Okay, so for more recommendations,
Thank you for my
you know,
birthday. Thank you so much.
no, thank
You
you.
made it fun.
It was a lot of fun. Okay, Aris, thank you so much.
Thank
See you next
you.
time,
Bye.
okay? Okay,
Thanks,
bye-bye.
everybody.
Take
Easy for
care.
you to email me. Okay. Bye, love.
Yes, no
Oh, it's
problem.
raining. It's
Oh,
raining.
go
I gotta go
inside, go
inside.
inside.
Okay.
Take care.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Bye.
Take care.
Oh, that's all right. I don't know
Pookie,
how
go
to turn this
inside.
off.
I will, don't worry
Should
about
turn
it.
it off? Like the X?
Yeah, I already did it.